What's up, everybody? So apparently, Adam22 from No Jumper sat down with Charleston White, and the conversation that came out of it was something else entirely. Let's get into it.
Conspiracy theorist, which I just was watching.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I was just watching you talking to Sean Conn about how the world is flat and all this type of stuff.
I never said the world flat. I said the world round.
Okay, he actually said that he thinks.
I believe the world round.
No, he thinks the moon landing is fake. You guys both agree that space is fake.
I didn't say space was fake. I said I think the ocean is space.
That space is the ocean.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like you're kind of doing a disservice to your overall message by saying stuff like that.
I don't have a message. I don't have a message.
Well, you do, whether you want to or
I've
not.
never had a message. My message was...
The culmination of everything you say is your message.
Hey, y'all, I'm a character. This is not the real me. I want to take y'all back to my second Say Cheese TV interview. I said, say, man, it sounds like y'all falling for the macking in the conversation. I'm just playing a character. Half the I say I don't mean or believe.
But isn't that something for you to just kind of fall back on when you find yourself in unfriendly territories as a podcaster?
I've touched millions. I stay in unfriendly territory and ain't nobody done nothing. I intentionally disrespect dead people, kids. So ain't nobody, everybody I done disrespect, I done been in their face and I never bow down.
Right.
I told y'all I'm playing a character.
But when you take on your more extreme
but I'm making millions.
Like
I'm making millions.
Right, but like, you know, making fun of somebody's dead kid.
I do make fun of it. But what you gonna do about it? I made fun of your dead fucking kid. What you gonna do?
Well, I could do that too, but what do I gain from that?
But what you mean? I like to do it.
You like to make fun of dead kids?
I love it.
But how do you justify that?
Easy. Same reason white people justify slavery. And
not this white person.
Charleston White is 100% playing a character. I've known that since day one. And honestly, a lot of these guys operate the same way. Orlando Brown, Jaguar, and there's another one too. Goes by some name I can't even keep track of. But the pattern is the same across all of them. They construct these over-the-top personas, say outrageous things they know don't hold up under any real scrutiny, and they do it deliberately, all to drive clicks, rack up views, and monetize the chaos. Next thing you notice, sitting across from interviewers being treated like they have something meaningful to say. It's not even subtle. Some of the gang members who show up on No Jumper run the exact same playbook, and somehow that's become a viable income stream. So why would anyone take anything Charleston White says at face value? I genuinely mean that. If that man walked up to me and told me what time it was, I'd look at my own watch. I'm not taking his word for anything. You actually trust Charleston White? Be honest with yourself. If you do, I'll be respectful about it, but you might want to take a step back and think that one through, because that's a choice. Charleston White? Seriously? The man is a walking punchline, and the wild part is he's in on the joke. He knows exactly what he's doing. And here's the thing. He's probably going to keep shifting his narrative, keep contradicting himself, leaving people like Adam spinning, trying to make sense out of something that was never meant to make sense in the first place.
But white people also eliminated slavery in America.
No, they didn't.
Well, yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, we had a whole war.
No, they didn't. They didn't eliminate slavery.
Well,
you must don't know the 14th Amendment.
Okay.
Dumbass. You didn't pay attention.
Slavery was a thing, and then slavery stopped being a thing, and the X factor in between that was a war in America.
No, it wasn't. That was over states' rights. That wasn't over slavery.
Right, states' rights to have slaves.
No. It wasn't over states' rights. That was over the states saying the federal government can't tell us anything. Had nothing to do with slaves.
Right, but slavery was kind of the biggest issue in that regard.
No, it didn't. It had nothing to do with slavery. It had states' rights. The same thing we're fighting over now. The federal government can't infringe upon no states' rights. Had nothing to do with slavery. Why? Because slavery was never abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime. Maybe you should read the 14th Amendment.
You really want me to do this?
I'm asking you to.
Was slavery abolished?
Slavery was abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime.
Yep. Yes, chattel slavery was legally abolished in most countries over the 19th and 20th centuries. I didn't even narrow it down to the U.S.
He said most countries. American slavery, the 14th Amendment abolished slavery, except what? You've been duly convicted of a crime.
It was abolished through the 13th Amendment.
Duly convicted of a crime. Go to the 14th.
Right, but I don't think that the fact that we have prisons necessarily takes away from the fact that we abolish slavery, right? I mean, what? Prisons offer a different role in society, and every country has prisons.
So why do they have private prisons?
Because
with private investors who make money off free labor.
Because they think that private corporations are able to provide these services more efficiently.
They don't think. I would suggest you go back and read your amendments, huh?
Right. But
So you have private prisons. So why is the private industry and why is prison on the stock market?
But why are private enterprises able to perform almost every task in business more efficiently than government-owned corporations?
So what exactly is the point of this debate? Adam is sitting there going back and forth about slavery, an entire back and forth about slavery, while there's already a significant portion of people out there who believe he has racial biases to begin with. I'm not making that claim personally, but there are former employees who left and made that the centerpiece of their public narrative about him. And with all of that already floating around, now he's on camera having a slavery debate. Think about what that looks like. Think about what that does. This has nothing to do with Charleston White, nothing to do with No Jumper. It had no relevance to anything meaningful going on in that conversation. Charleston White steered that entire exchange off a cliff, and Adam followed him right over the edge. That right there is what a skilled manipulator looks like in action. Charleston White didn't need facts. He didn't need logic. He just needed to get Adam off balance, and it worked. He pulled Adam into a conversation about absolutely nothing, and Adam engaged with it like it carried real weight, going back and forth, arguing, defending. And you think Charleston White actually cares about a single word coming out of his own mouth in that moment? He doesn't, not even slightly. There is no version of that conversation where Charleston White is genuinely invested in what he's saying. None whatsoever.
Don't you think McDonald's is better fit to serve cheap burgers than if the U.S. were to like create their own burger chain? And I'm not necessarily defending private prisons. I'm just saying it's logical why they exist.
You just said how does slavery goes into the prison system? Slavery has to do with what?
No, I actually think they're two totally different things.
Free labor, right? Slavery is free labor.
Yeah.
For somebody making money. So you have the government, you have the sheriff department, you have the state who owns prisons, right? And they put people to work. You paying your dues. You pay your dues to society. Why did the private industry, private sector of business get into the prison and take it to the stock market, where slaves was once on the stock market?
Probably
before there were stocks, there were slaves.
It's the same reason that people choose to use UPS instead of the Postal Service.
Well, like the typical white boy. Let's go to the next question. I see how you're looking at it.
But what am I saying that's wrong? Private corporations are able to provide services more efficiently than the government.
So I went to school to study law at Texas Wesleyan University. It's a reason why they put except in there. And there's a clause. It's the reason why there's a clause in accept. It's not abolish. That's why it's accept in there. So there's no reason to keep arguing with a fool that don't know what he know. The niggas that work on your podcast are slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get paid for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
You're their slave master.
Those are kind of the biggest factors of slavery is that you're not getting paid and you can't leave.
Calling podcast hosts slaves because they work for the No Jumper channel? That's a reach that doesn't even come close to landing. Slaves. There's a certain type of person who will take any situation completely out of nowhere and draw a direct line to slavery. Any frustration, any workplace tension, any disagreement, and suddenly we're talking about slavery. Where does that even come from? Let's be clear about something. Slaves were not compensated. Slaves had no days off. Slaves worked from sunup to sundown every single day with no choice and no freedom, not 2 hours a week on a podcast set. So how, by any reasonable standard, does that comparison hold up? These are people who can run their own YouTube channels, build their own platforms, and create their own content completely outside of No Jumper, and they simply choose not to. That's a personal decision. I don't fully understand it, but it's their call to make. If I were in that position, I'd still be running 15 YouTube channels on the side without a second thought. Why would a job change that? But slaves? Come on. Now, if I didn't already know Charleston White was performing a character, that comparison would have genuinely thrown me. But I'm not confused, not even a little. I already know exactly what this is. This is the goal. He wants a reaction. Not a measured one like this. He wants people to go completely off. He wants the back and forth, the outrage, the chaos. And there will be people who co-sign what he said. That's just how it goes.
Slaves, they're indentured servants.
No.
Yes, they're indentured servants.
Should we look up the definition
well,
of
they're
indentured
getting
servants?
paid pennies.
They're not
crumbs.
indentured. They
They're
can
not
leave at
making
any
what
time.
I make.
They're not servants. They're employees.
Them niggas still stuck in a rut.
How is No Jumper different than like a TV station or any other business that pays people for their time?
Well, I've never seen nobody go here and go up.
That's so not true.
Name one person.
For the record. You could point to somebody like Brick Baby who came on No Jumper and immediately became like one of the most well-known members of LA.
I've never seen him on anywhere other than a low-budget channel. I've never seen him get booked.
Well, now he's in prison, which is the whole thing.
Well, before then.
But he was getting tons of paid interview bookings because of his time on
I've
No
never
Jumper.
seen him on a major platform anywhere. Name
What
one.
about somebody like Crip Mac who's been able to
I've
earn
never
six
seen him on
figures a year for the past 5 years that we've been doing
Christopher
content?
Joy made 6 figures out Crip Mac. Crip Mac is dumb and stupid.
Okay,
You got
if
his
Crip Mac
merchandise.
signed a bad deal, then it is what it is.
So let me just say it. So show me where Crip Mac have left No Jumper and springboarded. Yeah, he springboarded to Drewski and came right back down to here.
And Channel 5 is
Where
on
in
big
Channel
platforms
5?
like that.
Where at Channel 5?
Channel 5.
Here in LA?
They travel all over the U.S.
I hadn't seen him travel nowhere. When I look at his page and his social media page, I don't see
He's
no
legally
evidence.
not really allowed to travel.
I don't see no evidence where he's been anywhere. And
Well, he
he was,
can't,
listen,
legally.
and at one point in time, he was
just
a
locked up for 2
major
years.
figure. Before he was locked up, he was a major figure.
He still is.
He should have had voice off. Man, nah, y'all.
Came out and did 1 million views on his first interview.
But did 1 million views and got what out of it? I do 1 million views daily.
Granted, you have...
I do 50 million a month.
An ability to have a sustained.
I do 50
impact in
million
that
a month
regard?
just on one platform on TikTok. I'm 4 billion. He should be like that too, but he can't sell himself. He needs somebody else to market.
Well, I'm
him.
assuming you would agree that Crip Mac maybe doesn't have the depth that you have, right?
Yeah, he is slow.
I'm not saying he's
And it's,
slow.
and it's only so much you can do with a
I'm saying
gangbanger.
the variety
It's only
that you provide in an average podcast is a little bit more than he provides, right?
I tell everybody all the time, our greatest ally and greatest friend of America is a white man like Adam.
That was a good point. Thank you.
You really are.
Actually, when you came out and you were saying why you didn't want to do content with me, because you said that you don't like white boys like me who love black people, and you prefer white dudes who are blatantly in your face racist,
That's
which
why-
I do feel kind of complimented that you don't put me into that category.
No, I don't. You're the worst kind. You're the hidden racist. The one that act like you like us but really don't. That's
You
why
could put me on a lie detector test right now. You're not going to be able to find out that I'm racist.
Just think about how far this conversation drifted. It started with Adam calling Charleston White out directly, then somehow it turned into a debate about slavery, and now they're arguing about who has more talent, who's smarter, and who's the bigger fool in the room. How did it get there? Adam got completely walked around that entire conversation. If that was supposed to be a structured debate with a clear point and a logical conclusion, nobody told the audience what that conclusion was, because there wasn't one. Charleston White took the wheel from the jump, and Adam never got it back.